Dunk here. If you're looking to elevate your DeFi game and start earning constant passive income, you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving into some powerful strategies and tools that can help you maximize your crypto potential. Before we jump in, if you wouldn't mind just smashing that like button, hit subscribe, and ringing the bell, it really does help the algorithm get this content out to more people who could benefit from it. Today, we're covering everything from understanding key performance indicators in the Gary ecosystem, exploring Giraffe Tower NFTs, and even learning about crypto aggregators like Jupiter. Let's get started and take your crypto knowledge to the next level. Let's explore one of the most powerful tools for crypto traders, aggregators. I'll explain how they work and why they're essential to get the best trade rates. Crypto aggregators are platforms that help you find the best possible trading path across multiple decentralized exchanges or DEXs. Instead of manually checking different exchanges for the best rates, an aggregator does the hard work for you, ensuring you get the most value out of your trade. I'll explain how these aggregators work and demonstrate their power using Jupiter, a powerful tool in the Solana ecosystem. And just as a reminder, I do not give financial advice. I am just showing you what I'm doing, so make sure that you are always doing your own research. A crypto aggregator is a tool that scans multiple decentralized exchanges or DEXs to find the best trading rates and paths for your cryptocurrency trades. By using an aggregator, you can execute trades that involve multiple steps or different currencies with minimal slippage and better pricing. You could look right here. We have Bonk that's trading into Gary, and there is no trading pair between Bonk and Gary, but there is a trading pair between Solana and Gary and Bonk and Solana. Bonk will be traded into Solana, and then Solana gets traded into Gary, and then we get Gary on this end. There was no need for you to manually swap into Solana and then manually swap into Gary. And just as a side note, this also works with limit orders, which means that you could place an order and you could trade between Bonk into Gary, even if there is no trading pair, as well as DCA trading and VA trading. You could think of an aggregator as a price comparison tool for crypto, finding you the best deals across various platforms, and it's all within one single transaction. Like I said, you do not need to swap between the different coins in order to get the final coin that you want. Now, there are a couple reasons that aggregators are very essential in the DeFi space. Using a crypto aggregator doesn't only just save you time so you don't need to switch between different currencies and then also waste a bunch of fees, but it also makes sure that you're getting the most out of your trades by minimizing costs and maximizing your returns. And what I mean by that is it's going to find you the best possible price. You see in this example, we swapped from 1 JUP to 1 USDC on Meteora, which is 1 DEX, and then it swapped into Solana, also on Meteora, and then on Radium, it swapped into Gary. Now, there's only a trading pair for Solana and Gary on Radium, but you could have also gotten other trading pairs like JUP and USDC and Sol also on Radium, but it found the best price over here on Meteora, and now you are going to get the best possible price. And one huge benefit for this is that it helps keep prices balanced. So if one pool gets a little too low, it's going to start selling out of the other pool to balance all of them out, which means our prices will stay more stable. So for traders dealing with lesser known tokens or complex trades, aggregators are especially useful because they can route your trade through multiple paths and get the best outcome, even when direct trading pairs are unavailable. Now, there are a whole bunch of different aggregators that you could use out there. I'm going to show you how to use Jupiter real quick, but there is also right here, Rancho Exchange, that's a popular one. Then we have Paraswap, another popular aggregator. OpenOcean is another popular aggregator. You can look into that one. And then LlamaSwap, which is part of DeFi Llama, they have their own aggregator as well. And if you don't have a wallet yet to do any of this, I'm using the Phantom wallet. You could use whichever wallet you choose. So in order to swap with the Jupiter aggregator, it's pretty simple. Make sure you have your Solana wallet. Again, I am using the Phantom wallet. You use whichever one you choose. And then you can connect your wallet by either coming up here to the top right corner or right here underneath your trading pair. Click right here. You're going to get a pop-up. It detects the Phantom wallet. If you want to see what other wallets are compatible, click right here and look at whatever wallet is compatible, and I'm going to click Phantom. So it's connected my wallet. Now I just need to put in the 2 different pairs that I want. I was showing you before, you could pick random pairs, like I pick Jupiter, which I know Jupiter does not have a pair with everything. So I'm going to pick that. And then I picked Gary, which I know there is no pair between Gary and Jupiter, but Gary has a pair between Solana and Gary. So I could say 1 Jupiter. it will give me 10.87 Gary, and we'll click right here and it will show us the route. So we see right now the best route is Jupiter into USDC to Solana into Gary. And that was different than what we saw a few minutes ago. So it's always finding whatever the current best route is. So when you're ready to make your trade, you're going to click swap. You will get a pop-up. It's going to show the small amount of Solana it costs, as well as that you'd be selling 1 JUP and you'd be getting Gary instead. It's going to subtract the 1 JUP, add the Gary, there's a small gas fee, and when you're ready, just hit confirm, and then these two would swap, and you do not need to have a trading pair between Jupiter and Gary. Now that you know how to use crypto aggregators like Jupiter to your advantage, let's keep exploring more tools and strategies to help you optimize your crypto experience. If you're looking to gain more control over your crypto decisions, the JUP DAO is a platform you need to know about. I'll break down why it could be a game changer for you and how you can get started. The JUP DAO, a decentralized, autonomous organization where you could participate in key decisions about the Jupiter platform. And again, I'm going to show you exactly how to buy JUP and add it into the DAO, and then you can start casting your votes. Let's jump in and see why this could be your next big crypto move. Now, first off, you are going to need to have a wallet. I'm just using the Phantom wallet. You could use whichever Solana wallet you'd like. You can grab that at phantom.app. And once you have that wallet, you're going to need to install it in your browser, or you could also use the mobile app if you prefer. And just a reminder, I never give financial advice. This is just me showing you what I am doing. Make sure that you are always doing your own research. Now, we're going to need to get at least 1 JUP in our wallet in order for me to demonstrate this. I'm going to buy 1 JUP with a little bit of Solana. So I'm coming over here to Jupiter. It's at jup.ag, and I have my wallet. It has some Solana in it, and you will also need some Solana for gas fees. That is the nature of anything on blockchain. So first, you're going to need to connect your wallet. You could either click right here in the top right corner where it says Connect Wallet, or right here, click Connect Wallet. Again, I am using Phantom, so I'm going to click that. There we go. Now it is connected. So we're going to pick Solana as our main coin, and then I'm going to search for JUP. Make sure that you select the correct coin, and I'm going to swap 0.01 Solana, which is about $1.50, into some JUP. And remember, Jupiter is an aggregator, and I can click right here and see the path that it has found. So it's actually swapping through multiple different steps in order to get me the best price. You are going to get a pop-up like this. It's going to show how much Solana is coming out of your wallet and how much JUP is going into your wallet. There is also the network fee, which is the gas fee. When you are ready and you've verified that the URL right here that you're confirming with is correct, hit confirm and it's going to do this swap. It only took a moment and now the swap is complete. I could open up my wallet now and see that there is some JUP in the wallet. Now back over here to the JUP page. I follow the JUP DAO over on X or Twitter. What are you calling it right now? Let me know in the comments. I always still say Twitter in my head, but I know it's called X. They give a lot of great updates directly on their X page. They also have their main page right here, which is the Jupiter Exchange. Another great person to follow right here is Meow, who is one of the founders of Jupiter. Now back on their voting page, which is vote.jup.ag, we're going to connect that wallet. Now you're going to want to confirm that you want this wallet to be connected. Make sure that this is the correct URL. It's vote.jup.ag and hit connect. Now this is a brand new wallet. I haven't deposited anything into this wallet yet. I'm starting it brand new just so I could show you. But there are a lot of different perks that you're going to be able to get when you do this, including some claims, as well as voting rights in the DAO, which is how you have a voice in the direction that the DAO will go. Now it's extremely easy in order to do this. You come over here where it has this box down here where it says voting power. This is a brand new wallet, so it has none. Now I could just say max. So it says 1.78 JUP, and I could stake this and I would have a little tiny bit of voting power. And then once I vote, I can qualify for things like claims and stuff like that because I'm active in the ecosystem. Now you could always keep on adding more. One thing that I do is I dollar cost average, which you can come over here to the main page where it says spot. Come over to dollar cost average, and I buy a little bit of JUP every single day because the price is always going up and down, and then I take that and I put it into the DAO. Now I'm bullish on it, so I don't need to sell right away. There is a 30-day waiting period, so once you lock it up, it takes 30 days to get your coin back out. All right, so let's do it. Let's hit the stake button. I'm gonna hit right now. Again, you are going to get a pop-up. Then there's going to be a little bit of a fee in Solana, and then there is a network fee. Part of the reason why you might see some of these fees in Solana is because that's what's actually funding the DAO. Every little tiny bit, every time you interact with it, it may cost you a little tiny bit of coin, but that's what keeps the DAO funded and keeps it decentralized. So when you're ready, hit confirm. I'm going to hit it right now. And just like that, I have 1.78 JUP in this. And if I wanted to, I could always unstake it. Again, I click unstake and it shows 1.78 right here. I could just hit max and it gives you this warning. Unstaking takes 30 days. You can still vote while max unstaking, but this decreases your voting power. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is the process to unstake, and just know that it does take 30 days. There's no active votes going on right now, but this is where you'll find them. So you can see right here, there was a supply reduction proposal. If I wanted to vote, I can click it right here. But there were people that voted for it, there were people that voted against it, and people that abstained from voting. And one of the reasons why you might want to abstain versus just not voting at all, because they have a thing called active staking rewards, and there's a way that you can go claim whatever rewards you are qualified for, but you need to make sure that you are voting in order to qualify. So if you just stake your JUP and then don't do anything else, you're not really going to get any other perks. You will not get any of those rewards. You're not going to get the staking rewards. There's also other perks that they offer with the JUP DAO, including getting free coins when they do things on their launch pad, which means new coins get dropped and you might be able to qualify for a certain amount of free coins out of those drops because you locked up your coins in the liquidity pool and then voted. Now I'm going to show you something real quick. Check this out. Now I started another wallet right here that has 261 JUP in this wallet. Again, I am just dollar cost averaging into this every single day. And because I dollar cost average, I keep on getting a little tiny bit more JUP in this wallet. So look, I have 46.37 JUP in this wallet. Now I could just leave it in this wallet just like this, or I could deposit it into the JUP DAO. Now I'm just going to deposit everything I have into the JUP DAO because I'm buying more JUP every single day. I'm going to hit max. Now it's going to add 46.378557 JUP into the DAO, in addition to the 261 that's already in there. So I hit stake, and it shows that it is subtracting the JUP from my wallet, and there is a small network fee. Again, always make sure that this is correct. It says vote.jup.ag. Double, triple check this. I don't give financial advice, but please always double check that you are signing with the correct website. When you're ready, hit confirm, and just like that, now I have 307 in this particular wallet in the JUP DAO. And just remember, if you want to unstake, it does take 30 days in order to get your coins back. In this example, you could look right here where I actually voted in this one where it says supply reduction proposal, and it was complete. It showed that I voted, which means that I now qualify for the next round of rewards based off of whatever my allocation of them are. Now that you know how to get involved in the JUP DAO, including buying JUP and voting, you're ready to take a more active role in the DeFi community. But there's more to explore. Let's dive into the next topic and keep expanding our DeFi toolkit. Let's take a closer look at how Gary is performing this month by examining the KPIs, which are key performance indicators. These metrics are crucial for understanding the health of the ecosystem and planning our next steps. KPIs, or key performance indicators, are metrics that help us measure the success and progress of Gary or other ecosystems. I'm going to show you where we stand in the Gary ecosystem, what's impacting our performance, and how you can help improve your metrics so we can all benefit from the rewards. So first off, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that this is not financial advice. I don't give financial advice. I am just showing you what I'm doing, and be sure to always do your own research. Now, these are the 4 metrics that we use for our KPI, our key performance indicator for the Gary ecosystem. We have trading volume, liquidity, the fully diluted market cap, and then Gary lock. Now, the easiest one just to show is Gary lock. Just go to gary.club and it will bring you to this swap, and then you could lock up your coins right here. You could even get multipliers and get extra votes in the DAO if you want to lock it up for extended periods of time, like 3 or 6 months instead of just 1 month. And this is one of the metrics that's looked at when you have a claim, depending on your weighted amount of how much you have locked up. And then you could also go and do things like voting, just like there's things like the JUP DAO. There's also a DAO for Gary where you could have different votes and you decide where the different funds go. And this is one way that you could help the KPI for Gary and also get different perks like claims. Now we can work our way back. We have our fully diluted market cap, and an easy place to go find that out is just come over here to Dex Tools. It's just dextools.io, and then just search for Gary. Then we have our market cap. We can look at this document right here where we have for August, which is what we're in right now. And we can look at our market cap. which our goal is 1.698. We're currently good there. And next, let's look at liquidity. We can see our liquidity goal is a little over $100,000. Again, over on Dex Tool, we can see that it's at 79.21, which is a little bit lower than what our goals are. If you wanted to provide liquidity, you could do it over at Radium. The one that I would look at is this standard pool. See, it's 79,929, and we need to get that up another 20,000 in order to meet that KPI goal. And just a side note, if you're looking to make passive income with DeFi, liquidity pools are one of my favorite ways to do it. Now, as the trading volume goes up on trading pairs like Gary or Sol or any of the other ones that you're providing, you're going to start getting trading fees. It's very low right now because the volume is low. And as the volume goes up, you're going to be able to collect your 0.25% out of your share of that pool. Now, one note on that is it doesn't actually count these ones right here, like we have Dr. Power and Gary. And the reason why that doesn't count is because Dr. Power is paired with Gary, and there's no actual additional liquidity because all of the liquidity for Dr. Power is actually held in Gary. So it's only looking at these pairs right here, Sol and Gary, because Sol is what's giving Gary its value. So I've already made some videos on how to provide liquidity on Radium. If you want me to make some more, let me know in the comments at youtube.com/@theblockchain. We are getting close to our metrics here, and we still have about half the month to go. So we want to make sure that we get this number up and that we get the trading volume up, which brings me on to the next metric, and that is trading volume. Now for trading volume, come right here. We'll show 5 minute, 1 hour, 6 hour, 24, or 7 day. Now, one thing is if we don't hit our 24-hour trading volume goal, there is an additional amount that is required for the entire month. You can see that we have missed it 5 times already this month, and each day that we miss it, it adds 50,000 of the requirement for that month. So you see now we need to get 707,000 Gary in order to qualify for this. And if not, it all gets burned. Last month, we didn't hit the KPI. We barely missed it because of a dip in the market. And every single Gary was burned, 250,000. So now we need to make up that additional 250,000 on top of everything else because we need more trading volume. Now you see the trading volume is actually in Gary, and it's a really easy way to figure out how to do this in Gary. So we come down here, and if we wanted to look at what the 24-hour trading volume was, we want to look at the number, which combines buys and sells. So you have buys right here on the left, and you have sells right here on the right, green and red. And we have the total number right here in volume, $948.89. But now we need to figure out exactly how much we need in Gary, because this is measured in Gary and not in dollars or Solana or anything else, just in Gary. So if I typed in $448.89, now that's the amount in dollars. And then I would want to divide that by the current price of Gary. So I put 0.07879, hit equal. And now that gives me how much Gary has been traded so far today. So we have 12,043 Gary that have already been traded today. And as more trades go through, this number will go up. But that is how you figure out how much Gary has been traded based off of this trading volume. Again, if you find these updates valuable and you want to learn more ways that I am making passive income with DeFi, or other opportunities in DeFi, just head over to DeFiEarner.com to dive deeper into strategies that could help you earn passive income in crypto. But if you wanted to do your part to help with these KPIs, 2 big things that you could do right now is providing liquidity over at Radium, or you could buy and sell Gary over on platforms like Jupiter or even directly on Radium. Now, one thing that I like to do personally is I like to play around with limit and dollar cost averaging orders. A limit order is pretty simple. If you say that you want to start with, say, Solana, and you want to buy Gary, it says how much it would actually cost in each Solana per Gary. So I lowered the number in Solana just by a little bit. It's going to give me a little bit more Gary from that one Solana, but it's going to wait until that price dips enough. Otherwise, it just won't ever fulfill that order. Or if you want to give it a timer, you could just say after 7 days, if it hasn't hit, then just cancel the order. Now, this actually works both ways. You could look at these charts. Remember, I'm not giving financial advice. This is just a way that you could trade. You're going to want to do a little bit of technical analysis and study these charts and understand why the prices are going up and down. Maybe I get this amount of Gary for the one Solana. I could hit copy and then flip it. And if I paste that amount back in there, and right off the bat, I've already increased the amount of Solana I've gotten if the prices go back to where they are right now. but you do exactly the same thing that you were doing in the opposite direction. So I could just raise this number a little bit, and it just means that I'm going to get a little bit more Solana per every single Gary that I sell. Now, effectively, if I did this whole trade and it worked out how I hoped, again, we don't know what the fluctuations in the market are, but again, you're going to need to look at these charts, study them, understand why they're going up and down, learn some technical analysis. They have a whole bunch of cool tools that are built in if you know how to do charts. And there's also a bunch of really cool indicators that will help you figure out when you feel the prices are going to go up and down. So you could buy here and sell here and back and forth. And the really cool thing about this is that it's actually creating trading volume both ways. So when I take that one Solana and I buy the Gary, and then I wait until the price fluctuates, and then I sell the Gary back for Solana, that created trading volume both ways. It basically created 2.1 Solana in trading volume, and you ended up with more Solana in the end, which then you can go ahead and rinse and repeat. And real quick, I have a whole bunch of these programmed in where I just buy JUP, I buy Gary, I buy a whole bunch of different coins, dollar cost average every single day. And that means that there's going to be a purchase every single day, which adds to the trading volume. So like I said, the two that we need to focus on right now are liquidity and trading volume. And I just gave you two different ways that you could help with both of those different metrics in the KPIs. Now that you're up to speed on Gary's KPIs and how they affect our rewards, let's keep the momentum going and dive into the next topic. There's always more to learn and do in the world of DeFi. Next, we'll explore why Giraffe Tower continues to be a significant player in the NFT world. With unique utilities and a strong community, it's an NFT project you don't want to overlook. Let's get into the details. Giraffe Tower isn't just another NFT project. It's a vibrant community with actual benefits. Whether you're after special event access, monthly Gary claims, or even if you want to strategically burn NFTs to increase rarity and get special perks, Giraffe Tower has you covered. In this video, I'll explain what makes this project stand out and why you should be paying attention to its latest developments. So if you don't know, Giraffe Tower is a community NFT project. It was created by Gary Henderson originally on the Ethereum blockchain, and then there was a migration over to Solana. There have been perks that have come and gone over the lifetime of this project, but right now it is very heavily a community-driven project, and there's a lot of incentives in order to do things, like I said, to burn NFTs in order to get different perks and things like that. And a good example of having certain assets or traits within the project will get you certain levels of access. For instance, there is a gas mask channel, and if you have one of the gas mask NFTs in this project, then you have access to this channel. In Discord, there's a whole bunch of other different little access points that you have along the way. Just know that there are a whole bunch of different places that you can play around, and you're going to find the place that you belong. Now, one thing to note also is that there is a claim that happens in the Gary economy, which Gary is basically a sister project to Giraffe Tower. They're very much connected, but they are still their own thing. And one of the things that you get for having Giraffe is that you are eligible for KPI claims, which if we meet all of these KPI metrics every single month, then you're going to be able to claim them depending on what you hold. Now, there's a whole bunch of other things, including things like bags, which are things that are in the Gary economy. I'll dive deeper into that in another video. And there's also this other similar project, which is again kind of a sister project called Stackers, and there's only two of them listed. You can see that they have a pretty decent floor price, and these also get a percentage of that drop. One thing about this is if we don't meet those KPIs or key performance indicators, that 250,000 Gary gets burned every single month, lowering the supply. Just like I was saying that you could burn Giraffe or anything for utility, this is another way to lower the supply, so we either earn it or it gets destroyed. It's kind of really cool. If you do hold Giraffe, or like I said, Stackers or bags, or you can lock up Gary, then you get part of that claim. If you do own a Giraffe Tower NFT, it would make sense for you to grab some Gary as well and help provide liquidity, or at least create some trading volume, or do whatever you can to help. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice, and please always do your own research. And also, if you could do me a favor real quick and just smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. It helps tell the algorithm to show these videos to more people so they can learn different ways that I am making passive income with DeFi, with things like NFTs and tokenomics. Now, one thing to note about this is a relatively decently aged project. It started on Ethereum, and now it's on Solana, and you could look, there's still trades all the time. There's 12 hours ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. So a whole bunch of different trades that are constantly happening, and some of them well above the floor price. Right now it's 1 Solana. Somebody bought for 1.22 because they wanted this particular NFT, and people are buying this, so there is trading volumes. And don't forget, there are multiple marketplaces like we have Magic Eden, and then I just showed you Tensor. So a few things to take away from this is, yes, Giraffe Tower is a community project, and it has trading volume, so it is still active. There are ways to claim different perks like Gary claims and stuff just for holding a Giraffe Tower NFT, and it gives you a whole bunch of different access points in places like the Discord, in like gas mask channels. And look right here, here's a stacker channel, and this is a special chat just for anybody that has a stacker. There are definitely other perks for that as well. And then on and off, there are different incentives for burning them. So if you look at the price in Solana, it might be cheaper for you to buy a couple of these and then burn them for whatever the utility is versus just going and buying the membership or whatever it is. The membership that I did that for was actually for this marketing mastermind. It is by the same creator that created Giraffe Tower, Gary Henderson, and he offered an opportunity to burn 4 Giraffe Tower NFTs, and you're able to go and have lifetime access to this mastermind. It's over on School, and you can see right here, if I wanted to subscribe and just pay with dollars, it would cost me $100 a month. So yes, it cost me more to burn those NFTs than $100, but after a couple months, it's going to pay for itself. And then the benefit also was that I lowered the supply by 4 NFTs that can never be listed again. So there are these metrics that are shrinking the supply, and they're going to continue to happen on and off in this ecosystem. We explored what makes Giraffe Tower a must-watch NFT project, from monthly Gary claims to strategic burning of NFTs to increase rarity. So if you're involved in the Giraffe Tower community or considering joining, these are exciting times, and there are plenty of opportunities. If you do want to connect with other DeFi enthusiasts, you should join my Discord at dunkmedia.club and be part of an engaged, growing community. Now that you know why Giraffe Tower remains a significant project in the NFT space, let's keep exploring more ways that you could make the most out of your crypto and NFTs. We've covered a lot of ground today, from mastering the JUP DAO and tracking Gary performances, as well as some Giraffe Tower NFT project updates. And again, if you want to dive deeper, be sure to check out DeFiEarner.com for more strategies and insights. And remember, you could always connect with me in my community Discord at dunkmedia.club or leave a comment on this video. Again, I'm Dunk. Keep creating, keep earning passive income with DeFi, and I will see you in the next video.